Alright. Okay, guys. Pardon my overly congested head ass. I am going through a lot of, well, sickness. I'm not hit with COVID-19, I guess. But anyway, back onto this video. So today, as you guys can see, the scavenger class mod with a +2 find rare items. This is quite impressive. +2 find rare items is pretty rare, not gonna lie. To find even +1 is pretty rare. I have killed multiple enemies to acquire that very class mod, and the odds of it dropping are extremely low, to the point where I don't even want to try to obtain it through honest means. That I would much rather mod it into the game, if I'm going to be honest. But today, I mean, let's be honest, I'm not about modding here, you know. So on today's stream, we're just going to go ahead and just shred through these guys. By the way, all of this is legit. Everything you guys see here from what I'm using is legit. These are legit. Everything here except for two things, and I use those to cheese Cromoracks, but yeah, guys, that would be this, by the way. This I used to cheese Cromoracks, and this. But what I am using is this, and surprisingly the Defender class mod. I'm running a survival focused Lilith, and at the same time, this is, I think, the meta for Lilith, I guess, whatever player really picks out. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't keep in touch that much with the classic Borderlands community to see the builds that people come up with. This is the one I've come up with for myself. I like to have that large shield capacity because Lilith is, not gonna lie, Lilith's overpowered and all that, man, but when, trust me, you want flexibility, and having a large shield grants you that flexibility, I guess. If I sound like I'm talking out of my ass, I can get it, but if you understand that, you know, there's not a lot of skills that really focus on boosting Lilith's health. I mean, sure, you can get a class mod that does that, not a class mod, but an actual shield. Yeah, a shield, so. And bro, look at this shit, bro. That shit shreds. But anyway, on to the quest for loot. So, as you guys saw, I have found a +2 rare loot for Mordecai. So, when I got max level Mordecai, we're gonna end up doing the Crimson Armory or whatever. But anyway, we're gonna go through Crazy Earl's scrapyard in this episode to see what kind of, or at least that's where we're gonna start. I don't know where this quest is gonna take us or how far up the far down the rabbit hole we're gonna go, but we'll see. Nothing. You know what, man? I should have brought me a drink. Alright, we're getting... Oh man, low-key, this kind of reminds me of opening up packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You just never know what you're going to get. Mama always said life's like a box of chocolates. But it is. Let's see what he dropped here. Ooh! 4 in Relentless, 3 in Deadly, 90 pistol fire. Okay, that's OP for Mordecai, actually, low-key. That's the, I'm not gonna say, I'm stopped saying meta. I'm so used to talking fucking Yu-Gi-Oh right now. By the way, if you guys did not know, I barely talk about Yu-Gi-Oh on my channel. I barely ever reference it or mention it. I don't believe I've mentioned it in any one of my 6,000 videos. But, little known fact, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fanboy since I was in the 5th grade. And so, you know, it's kind of the thing I like to do during the summer, you know, when there's no school. And just go to No Limit Gaming, as that's the store it's called. They host tournaments, local ones at least. I like to, I never really win them, but I'm actually building a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. And, you know, it's a good structure deck in my opinion. It has a lot of, synergies, I guess is what you'd call it. But, you know, it's got a lot of Blue Eyes support, and, it runs a very expensive card known as Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, which I paid $24 for. I bought 2 of them. They were $12 a piece. So, yeah, no, man, Blue Eyes Alternative, man, it's pretty expensive. Alright, there we go. We got ourselves a free kill over there. That's why we have our kill skills active. Alright, there we go. That was easy. Do I need to plant the bomb? Hang on. If so, we could just quickly go grab the quest. So I want to come back and loot those 2, and then we can go somewhere else. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, man. A little don't fuck around. Oh, man. Shit's overpowered. I'm too tired. I'm not gonna lie, guys, so I don't know if I seem like in a dead mood, but today was a shitty day. I'm not gonna go into it, it's too personal, but today was just a shitty fucking day, bro. Like, oh man. And I figured, you know, obviously making a video at 2 in the morning obviously is not gonna help me, but I figured, what the fuck, what the hell. Do what I want to do, however I want to do it. Actually, you know what? I'm actually reconsidering my options. If I do the quest, we're just going to have to cycle back and forth. Because then I'll have to go grab the quest, then come back, go through the same area, plant the bomb, do the quest, come back and turn it in. Yeah, I figured we could just end up leaving this entire area. Oh, by the way, one new thing that came out, well, I don't know if it's out yet, but, oh god, I hate being sick. You know, and this COVID-19, I can't go to the pool. I'd much rather go, you know what, guys, low key, and I have gone to the pool sick once before, and not a good idea, but low key, man, I don't know what it is, but man, if chlorine gets in your nose, and if you have a runny nose, you don't have a runny nose anymore. I don't know what it is. I know it's gross to think about, but it's the truth. At least for me, man. I know, but correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat, if any, or in the comments rather, because I don't have a chat right now. But is it me, or does like the chlorine kill a shitload of germs? And that's why they put it in the pool, is because so many people are in there. Which, if that's the case, then they should be open during COVID-19. And I say that figuratively speaking, not figuratively. What am I trying to say? Metaphorically speaking, because to be honest with you, the coronavirus is not an issue. If you guys know what I'm talking about, like it's not an actual issue now. The worst it was ever was before we came. No, it's not. We didn't come back during spring break. It was the worst, I think, during New Year's, around that time. It's when the outbreak was like big, and it started dying down ever since. And as shit got better, man, people kept saying shit got worse, but I really don't think that's the case. I think the disease was like I don't want to say overhyped, man, because that's just not right, you know, but I mean, I think it was over exaggerated. Alright, mercenary class mod, that's a good find. I sound like I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! What would I say? I'd be like, Mind Drain, okay, that's a good find. Along with Soul Transfer and stuff like that. And by the way, those are actual cards. But, yeah, and I made 2 streams that were too long about the Minneapolis riots. Please, guys, do not watch those. Those are too long and boring. Alright, we go this way, if I'm not mistaken, to kill both Cromrax and to get the big loot, the farmery. So we'll go over here. We'll cheese crawl a couple times. We'll see what we end up getting. I hope to get a pearl. So the quest for loot is just farm a couple bosses, I guess, kill some shit, see what I get during the playtime. I hope to keep these about an hour long, roughly. So sit back, grab a snack. You know, my favorite personal snack. If any of you guys need to know what to get for a snack, if you guys aren't good at picking snacks, I recommend Almond Joys. I mean, obviously I'm not sponsored or anything, but man, Almond Joys are the shit, man. Grab some Almond Joys and some Pepsi. In particular, vanilla Pepsi. Or not vanilla Pepsi, vanilla Coke. What am I talking about? I said vanilla Pepsi. I don't know, does vanilla Pepsi exist? I think I talk too much. Alright, let's just get back to killing. Alright. Alright, our kill skill's on the way. Alright, it's back. Alright, ooh. Got one of these. I forget what the shock cores do. Do they emit shock damage or do they regenerate your shields? I never knew for sure. In Borderlands 2, it was a DLC, I believe. It was the one with TK Baja, the Bloody Harvest in Borderlands 2. Not the event in Borderlands 3, but the Bloody Harvest DLC, Headhunter Pack or whatever you want to call it, back in Borderlands 2. They had something similar to these, you know, these, I guess you'd call them cores, I guess. Like the shock core, these haste core, this green or yellow or whatever, I don't know. But it gives you the ability to move fast. Oh shit! That would be bad if I fell. Now, I've killed a lot of badasses in this game before, and the most I've gotten is 3 pearls. 2 of which were dropped from Craw. I got the Nemesis and the Undertaker, and I got an Alacritus Omega from one of these badasses. Not one over here, but it was a badass engineer toward the end of where we're gonna be. right before we get to the armory. Ah, sorry. What the fuck did I just pick up? A common? What am I, a scrub? Ugh. Wait, is that a masher? No, it's not a masher. I don't know, man. Masher barrels are really hard to find on Mordecai. But they're so... Okay, here's a Crimson Lance chest. Put an F in the chat. Not yet, though. When we stop by one of these, man, we'll see if we get clickbaited or not. But anyway, I wanted to know people who are actually fans of my channel, you know, that like watching my content, you know, and you know, some people will subscribe, you know, because I ask them to. Sometimes they get their friends to subscribe. I got a lot of subscribers. I got like 50, which, in my opinion, for someone of my popularity, that's pretty impressive. But I wanted to know if maybe some people that do like my content and sometimes watch my streams would actually like to see me do Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Like I said, man, I plan on getting back into the Yu-Gi-Oh sport and the hobby of trading and dueling and tournaments and collecting and trading, but you know, of course, and spending lots of money. By the way, quick heads up, if in some point in time I get up and leave the room, it may be because I have a runny nose and I'm gonna go blow my nose, or worst case scenario, I get a sinus nosebleed and I have to go get it out. That is not a pretty process either. Anyone who suffers from these allergies, what I always do to get my sinuses out, I always stick a tissue up my nose. People do not recommend to do that, but I like roll it up into a way that it's almost kind of like that of a tampon. Put it up my nose, let it just soak in a shitload of that shit, pull it out, and blow real hard, and then the huge chunk of it just comes out. End of story. Or I will get into a cold shower and I will snort the water up my nose, have it clear out and clean my nose. It's something I have a habit of doing now. It's kind of gross, not gonna lie, but it really does help me clear out my nose, especially when there's all the disgusting mucus and stuff of that sort. But you know, always take any kind of mucus relief if you have the option of doing so. I just took a pill not that long ago to help me relieve my... Ugh, ew, gross. Oh. Ew. You can't, you know, you can't like breathe too hard on your nose, otherwise it'll pull it back and it will drop down your throat, and it tastes so bad as far as like mucus goes. I'm just being real. I'm unfiltered, so whatever on my mind, I'm just gonna say it. Okay. Okay guys, so like I said, as far as cheesing Chromarax, you don't need infinite health like that shield I have. All you need is this. This will insta cheese him. I have my own little strategy too. Oh. I don't know, man. I remember when I was little, I remember this boss fight. I felt like I was, you know, I felt like I was doing a Yu-Gi-Oh duel, and I seen somebody just clear their entire field and place down the 5 pieces of Exodia, one after the other, and I was sweating thinking, oh my god, please tell me they're not going to have all 5 pieces. And the next thing you know, they have all 5 pieces. and then they win the duel. But anyway, alright, now that you're down, this gun will cheese these things. Fuck those creepy ass worm thing, crab worm. I don't even know why he has to have minions. I think that's stupid that he has minions, but alright. And that's a dead crawl. I'm sure some of that loot got on that little ledge. But let's hope not. Okay, it looks like we got a lot of blues. It doesn't look like we got any pearlescence on that drop, otherwise I'd see it. Okay, let's see what we got here. A guardian. Guardians, to be honest, aren't all that common as far as some of the legendaries go from his drops. The equalizer, everybody's favorite and hard to get legendary. By the way, if you guys didn't catch my sarcasm, then I'll explain. That gun, the what is this? Oh, it's the Guardian. See, I'm not even used to seeing it so much that I'm like, what is this? The equalizer sucks donkey balls. I mean, if I'm being honest with you guys, there's just, oh god, I sounded like the professional. But nah, seriously. I was saying something important. But oh yeah. So wait, hold up a second. What? TK scoped swatter? Like TK Baja? I'm not gonna pay any mind to that. I'm pretty sure that's just like the naming of it. The SNS Sway Alacritus Acid Wave Shield. That's a really long name for something that sucks dick. The Sucker Punch, alright. Gearbox did a decent job with that. HLK Steel Bastard. Alright. Well, they can sell it for max cash. So, I'm not going to be complaining all that much. But, yeah, as far as the Guardian goes, I'm, like, so not used to seeing it. Every time I do, I always think it's something weird, like a hybrid, but it isn't. Now, by the way, another way to be honest with yourselves, remember that, you know, what's it called? Oh yeah, hybrid weapons are really rare, and oftentimes you may never get them. Same thing with pearlescence, so be prepared when you're going to farm with this. You gotta be somewhat considerate of your time. Like, see, I have 23 minutes, right? And I'm probably going to spend the next, I don't know, 20 minutes farming this guy, and then I'm gonna call it a day. I'm not even gonna go to the farm. I'll extend it to go to the farmer just because I promised I would. But shit, man, if I don't get any pearls this episode, I'm not gonna cap about it. I'm not gonna stress, you know, because Borderlands isn't about pearlescence. It's about all rarities of weapons, you know. But anyway, man, I just talk too much. I hate those, like, minions. I wish, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, from Gearbox's OG design, I mean, I get it, it was 2009 or 2010. Can't remember when this DLC came out. I know that the base game came out in 2009, but I don't remember when the DLC. I don't know if it was 2010 or still 2009 when this DLC came out. I'm pretty sure it was 2010. But anyway, you can tell that their design choice was, I'm gonna say it, lackluster, I guess, for this. All it is a big ass circular arena with a couple of like structures, I guess, made out of like sand. And then you have these minions. This is the only thing that makes the boss fight really that difficult. Cause look, if you can get it, oh shit, I guess I lied. Yeah, if you can get him to go around this corner, you can cheese his back. Motherfucker, these things, they suck dick. You know what, guys? I know I said I didn't need it, but it's just them little fuckers, you know, that I just cannot stand. I want to reload. It's those little, like, maggot worms. No pearls. It's pretty safe to say that there are no pearls. Oh, but I did get a pearl ogre. Where's my, oh, no, that was not funny. That's why I didn't get I forget what they even call that sound effect. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Ooh. Though this thing has shitty fire rate though, but better damage. I wish I could get that damage with these other stats. Ew, but that capacity though. Ew, that 21 rounds ain't gonna do shit. That's not even 30 round base capacity. Alright, we'll run this guy again. So when we reach like 42 minutes, we're going straight to that farmery because I don't want to spend any longer than I have to doing this stream. And considering that, you know, I still got another 20 minutes to work with here, you know, I'm willing to... Nah, I'll extend it, man. I'll spend it until an hour farming this guy. Not an hour, but when that elapsed time or whatever it is reaches 1 hour. If I'm fighting him during the current minute where that, you know, where the clock reaches 1 hour, then after I'm finished, we're going straight to the farmery. Or if I'm making my way up the elevator, then we're gonna fight him. And if we had just exited this section of the cave, if we go out them doors to come back in, the next thing you know, it says that we are at an hour. We're going back out those doors and we're leaving, going straight to the farmery, the farm armory. I wonder if this is so good to drink. Yeah, it is. I don't know, it seems like I left it out a while, but no, I just opened that one. Nope, that one's still good. So yeah, basically what I'm having a conversation with myself about is my sun kiss that I opened. I opened it less than about 10 minutes ago without realizing I opened it. And I kind of left it in here, and I thought I left it in longer than what I did. And I tasted it, and it's fucking cold as shit. Still, not cold as shit, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know me by now. Or unless you're new here, but no one's watching. I like it when my viewers can see my videos. You know, when they get notified. So yeah, man, join that notification squad, man, if you're really interested. Oh Lord, we lost a small chunk of our loot. Alright guys, now that our loot has kind of mixed up a bit, the Pearl Havoc looks like a pretty good assault rifle. Ooh, look at that. Can you guys believe that Malawan made explosive weapons in this game, bro? Like, I find that hard to believe. I also find it pretty hard to believe that Torg made assault rifle, not assault rifles, SMGs, as well as other stuff. But, you know, I'm also surprised at the fact that Hyperion made assault rifles. And I'm also surprised at the fact that good old Maliwan made shotguns in this game. I don't recall. Oh, is this a Cobra? Yeah. The L82 detonating Cobra. Okay, its flavor text reads, "I like it." I wonder if that's a reference to G.I. Joe. JK. That's definitely not. But I don't even know what the flavored text is a reference to, but I'll research it. Damage 979. But I'm pretty sure it does more than that if you're counting for the ×3 explosive multiplier. I mean, besides that, I mean, what I said, I mean, if you look at the stats, it says plus 50% damage, and you have that explosive multiplier. So, assuming you're dealing at a rough about maybe 1,200, maybe more than that. Actually, I take that back. You're looking at close to around 2,000 damage. If you get a headshot, you're looking at about 3,000, roughly. I could do the math myself on my calculator, but I really don't want to. That seems like very extra. That shitty equalizer. Alright guys, we're taking too long. I had this really bad problem where I get the concept that a pearlescent has dropped, and when this happens, I look around, and every time I see blue, I look at shading for too long, and I would like to think it's a pearl. Sometimes in this game, some gun shades are lighter and darker than others, which I can't really explain that. Like, there was legitimately this shade that was like this really strange orange. It wasn't even like a shade of orange, it was like a type of orange, really. And it was like this really dark sort of orange, and to the point where it was almost basically red. You know, it was literally like red, and so when I picked up the weapon, it literally looked like the rarity was red. You know, so, and I don't think that that's, you know, it's obviously not red. It's obviously a type of orange, but I don't know, man. You know, there may be. I wish, you know, it'd be kind of cool if they did have a red rarity in Borderlands, call it secret rare or something. It would be like an ultra rare weapon variation. I mean, yeah, I guess we have secret rares because we have hybrids in this game, which are fun to farm for, but man, dude, I remember, man, this one time I drank like 12 cans of Sunkus when I was a kid, and I straight up threw up this yellow shit. Not yellow, but orange shit. I don't know. But I like the taste of Sunkus though, man. I love orange, man. I just love oranges. My favorite type of fruit. Right next to lemons. Lemons is my favorite fruit, by the way, though. No, oh, some loot got up there. I don't think it's anything valuable, though. Maybe at most, the best it could possibly be is a class mod. But I don't want to think too hard about it. Alright, look, we got ourselves a nice drop zone for this loot right here. Far away from the other shit, so it's less mixed up. Alright, let's go through what we got. Mercenary class mod. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, that's a doll professional. For Lilith, it seems. Alright, that's not bad at all. Great for your in-game build. I don't really run these. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys run these. The Tormentor class mods by Atlas. They're good for elemental effects and elemental builds, but I don't ever run those late game because, or in game rather. Okay, alright, we got a Hellfire. This is really good for our Siren class, obviously. Is this a Invader? It's a Surkov? Oh no, that's a Skull Masher. Okay. Alright. The Crux. A Silent Knight. I'm really not a fan, but... Ooh, what is this? Is this a Protector? Yeah. Really not my style. But I'm gonna go check on that Hellfire though. No, this is another Ogre? A Pearl Ogre. Let's see the stats. This one is literally almost the exact same. Well, let's check the other shit. So, okay. So this one has plus 31% magazine size. This one has plus 31 magazine size, 78 and 45 recoil reduction, 12 recoil reduction, which this is the one I dropped if I'm not mistaken, and 78. This is 78, so it's almost exactly the exact same, almost, basically. There's no real variation other than this one has better accuracy and less recoil. So this is your pro choice. Obviously, above all else, if you're ever going to try to get a good Ogre, the Ajax Ogre is always the way. Okay, we got ourselves a shitty equalizer. Oh, what's this? The Hive Mind? Mine, I guess. Ah, this is it. I wanted to compare this between the SMGs. Alright, this one only has better accuracy. I'm not gonna lie, mine's better. Mine doesn't need an element to make it good. It seems like that one relies too much on its element because it has really low stats, both in damage and fire rate. I think that said it was like a 6.8 fire rate. This one's like a 12.5. Is this another Hellfire? Yeah, but this one sucks donkey balls. Ooh, a support Draco. Okay, I didn't see this before. Magazine of 110 rounds. I mean, it's S&S munitions. It holds large capacity mags. Alright, we're out of here so we can go kill this guy again. I know I said by the time it reaches 40, but I restated that to about an hour. I'll give myself 20 more minutes. I don't know, I want to keep farming him, I'm not going to lie. I want to make this go on for as long as possible, because this is my premiere episode. But all other episodes will be about an hour and 28 minutes, roughly. It will be my runtime. So, like I said, man, go ahead, kick back, grab a snack. It will be a while. You know, it's just Borderlands, you know. We're all friends here. That's what I love about the Borderlands community. I like communities that are good. Like, the Borderlands community is amazing, though we have a shitload of modders on PlayStation and Xbox and PC. Mostly on PC and PlayStation, mostly. I guess Xbox has their fair share of modders as well. I'm not gonna lie, I myself am not a modder. I have had modded equipment dropped to me specifically for cheesing bosses like Cromrax. But I truly, when I'm farming, man, I like to get the legit thing. Like, I put all my modded, like, pearls behind. Any pearl that dude dropped me, I put into the bank. Like, these are the only 3 I got. I had the Lightning Nemesis, the Undertaker, and some people may be like, he said 3? Yeah, I got the Alacridus Omega. Those are my only honest pearls. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that Craw can drop any shield. I think you can only get those through medics, like badass medics and badass engineers. If I'm not mistaken, I don't even think there's badass medics in this DLC. Which the medics don't drop the Scorpio turret variant, they drop an aid station, which is basically the same thing, just it does the transfusion effect. Which would actually in turn be kind of cool if Roland's did the same thing, where it actually passively healed you if you were in the circle, but also like sent out a shitload of those transfusion orbs. You know, that would have been pretty sweet. Alright, now we're just gonna cheese this guy. Alright, let's hope he goes. Okay, I don't wanna get him yet. Alright, turn around. Alright, the shirt is back. I'm gonna try luring him over here so I could, you know, get a decent drop zone. Get all my loot away from that area. Otherwise it's hard to identify what he just dropped versus what he's already dropped. That way I can sort it out much more accurately. Alright. Gonna do this jump. No, we didn't. Okay, surprised me. I don't think this is too bad of a drop zone, because I think a portion of it's going to drop away. And, okay, we got ourselves an equalizer right here. I saw it dropping the sky. I already knew what it was before it dropped. The only other weapon I thought it could have possibly been other than a actual one is a Chimera. Another equalizer, so we dropped 2 equalizers. That was the biggest and fattest shit drop I've ever gotten. I think the only legendaries I got were literally just revolvers. Like, that was literally ass. Okay, so look, 1 equalizer. So remember, that's 1. A defiler, that's 2 revolvers. Another equalizer, that's 2 equalizers, 3 revolvers. Okay, we've already seen that one. Okay, this is his other loot pool. Oh, and yeah, so it only dropped 2 equalizers and a defiller, which is a legendary revolver. Honestly, that was ass. I'm not gonna deny it. Trying to justify it is quite retarded in my opinion. I think nothing could justify that drop. That was a really bad drop for us. The Guardian, oh, I had to read the name Guardian something, and then I'm like, no, that's actually the actual Guardian. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me today. But yeah, man, as I was saying, the Borderlands community, part of what gets me into games is the community that surrounds it. And I'm just gonna have my little rant here about Final Fantasy. I'll never get into it. It seems, and I said it before, it seems nerdy, but everything about gaming is nerdy, right? So collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards is nerdy. Playing Borderlands for hours on end is nerdy. Trying to make it the highest wave in Blackout Zombies is pretty nerdy. But man, I just can't get into Final Fantasy. I don't like its storytelling. I don't like anything about it. Like, I get it, it's a JRPG. A lot of people like their JRPGs. I'm not really into JRPGs or Japanese RPGs. A lot of them seem to, how do I say this, like anime-like. Now, the closest I get to anime is Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? I like the cards, not even the actual anime, because I'm not really into anime. That's just me personally, you know? And you know, we're all different. You know, and I'm not trying to bash on people that play, you know, Final Fantasy, as long as they have fun with it, you know? But man, the community that surrounds it, you know, they everybody cross plays, I guess. But man, oh man, it's like, like I'll never really like Legend of Zelda or Mario, and I always hated those like shitty mobile games as a kid. And when I say mobile, I'm not talking phone, I'm talking like DS, Game Boy. I mean, the Game Boy was the shit, don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. But like, bro, yo, when you were playing like Mario, man, like what the fuck, dude? I've never played a Mario game, bro. I've only played like one Sonic game, and I enjoyed it. It was Sonic Colors, okay? But I'm more into shoot 'em up games, and I know it's a bit cliche of me, but I'm just into my destruction, you know? There we go. Alright, yo, not gonna lie, that was pretty lucky though for that to actually happen. For him to stay still that long. Oh my god. Almost made it to the upper edge. The edge is a great area to cheese this guy. I don't think they can actually. So the upper edge is what I call it, but it's not the ledge that's, you know, the big cheese spot. You know, the ledge is, you don't have to do any sort of weird jump. But the upper edge is basically where he knocks you up after a jump. If you grenade jump it too, you'll reach the top of that like edge, and basically like, yo, he won't be able to, like, he'll be able to attack you. I'm assuming. I haven't done it in a long time. I don't even know if it still works in this version of the game. I don't know if they patched it or added some sort of invisible barrier, but as you guys saw when I landed on top of it, I slid off. Ooh, what's this? A liquid invader. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, compared to our last drop, dude, this is God tier, but that's only compared to our last drop because we got 3 really shitty revolvers. Now, the Defiler really isn't shitty, but I feel like only certain variants of it are really good. And I mean, they're good for all characters, the Defilers they are, or the Defillers, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. It's like the corrosive revolver made by Malawan. You'll definitely tell it when you get it. Here, no, this isn't it. This is a fucking, what the fuck, this is a caustic equalizer? So it does corrosive damage? I don't get it. Life makes no sense. This is the next worst thing compared to the equalizer, in my opinion. I mean, ugh. Here, I'll even whip it out so I can shoot it. Wouldn't they even call this the violence? The only character I can see practical use for this thing, this piece of trash, is Mordecai. I don't even think the Brick could really take advantage of this thing because, I mean, it kind of sucks. Sure, it has a ×3 explosive multiplier, but that shitty ass rounds, the fucking 3-round capacity would be great for Mordecai because he gets some fast reloads. That's the only practical way I see it being used, if we're being honest here. But anyway, we got a, what's that, the PPZ-77, so the PPZ-77 Liquid Invader, and its flavor text reads bam 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 bam. Okay, obviously I sound like a dead fucking horse, but regardless, it holds 15 rounds and it just works like a normal Hyperion sniper, but it fires in bursts when zoomed. This legendary makes a return in the legendary Borderlands 2 game, where the Invader does the exact same thing there, just it's better there because, I mean, it's on the modern Borderlands platform, you know, sort of. I mean, it's pre-modern Borderlands platform, and I only say that because Borderlands 3, but really the Borderlands archetype is, you know, it's mostly the same. Borderlands 2 just took a step forward in the archetype for the franchise. When I say archetype, by the way, what I mean by that is how the development for the games are structured. So I mean, like, you know, not development, but the structure of the games. So you have different rarities of weapons. Each weapon has its own specific rarity and loot pool, and obviously killing an enemy is like rolling a pair of dice, and sometimes they throw you a 1 and a 2 and you get a 3, so you get an uncommon. But sometimes, man, they'll roll you a 6 and you'll get yourself an ultra rare, or sometimes you get the occasional rare doubles and then you end up getting a legendary. And sometimes you end up throwing the dice so well that they end up breaking and shattering, and because that never happens, this obviously references the pearlescent weapons because they never drop. JK, they do, but it's extremely rare. So a quest for pearlescence is a quest of mind draining itself. What sucks more than not getting a pearlescent is getting a duplicate pearlescent. Getting a pearlescent. So picture this. You spend 30 ass sweating hours. 30 hours. That's the equivalent of almost 2 days. Okay. Let's say it's 38 hours and say it's closer to 2 days. Maybe even 2 days. But maybe not. Maybe it's extremely close to 2 days. But, well, 3 days. But still. I don't fucking know. Still. And let's say that you never got a single pearl that entire time. The next day you wake up, you grind Chromarax 54 times, and then out of them 54 times you get a pearl, and then you get it all excited and like your fucking inner stomach sets itself on fire, only to realize that it's a shitty duplicate of a weapon that you already have, which by the way possibly could have shitty, and it is an exact duplicate of a weapon with bad attachments, but it's a good pearl, but it has a bad attachment, so you get a really shitty pearl at the cost that you could have got a better version. Plus, besides that, you already have it. It sucks. Trust me, nothing in the world is that pisses me off more than that. Legendaries are okay because they drop like bad habits in this game, but fucking pearlescence, though, man. It's like, oh man, dude, if you were to go up to Megan Fox and ask her to, you know, to go on a date, that's like your odds of actually getting a pearlescent in the game. Like that. It's basically the odds. It's just never gonna happen. And it's just so rare. So when you get pearls, definitely be welcoming. I'm welcoming of pearls. If you guys are familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, or if you got, oh no, that was not a high enough jump. But definitely a mixed loot pool, so we'll proceed with some caution. Eyes out for pearls. I think I have eyes on one, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, with pearls, it's a double-edged sword. It's like nothing else in the entire world of Borderlands makes you feel better than picking up a pearl in Borderlands 1 because of how much of a pain in the dick they are to farm. Oh man, just imagine. At first, I thought the weapon was a Bessie, but then I looked at the rarity and I'm like, ah, fuck. No pearls, man. Alright, man. Alright, I see that we're at 58. It's about to be 60, so it's about to be an hour. So, we'll do it one last time. I don't care about the time, though. We'll do it one last time. We will not get a pearl. I'm already doubting myself. We will not get a pearl this time. It's just so hard, man. Like, I mean, it's pretty rare, okay, to get a pearlescent. It's like, if you were to make it to the other end of the rainbow, it would be like that, but only you don't see a pot of gold. You get clickbaited. That's the frustration of pearls. Now, you know, one of my biggest ways to be so good at pearl farming, which I'm not good at it, but the way I see it is you're probably never going to get one, but always remember that life is like a box of chocolates and you have any chance of getting one. It doesn't matter if you're good at the game or bad at the game, you still have the equal odd chance of obtaining it, unless you're Mordecai. But beside the point, you know, you all, generally speaking, have the same odds of obtaining the same loot. So if Killer 6 or Jolts or Handsome Jack Boy can acquire it, which are some very famous, respected Borderlands YouTubers, I wish I could have the links in the description. That would be cool, but I don't. But anyway, If they can get it, the most likely chance is you can too. Just because they're YouTubers doesn't, I mean, you never know, they could be using mods, but still, these guys are legit though. I doubt they're using mods, you know. Everyone, Jolts, Handsome Jackboy, and Killer 6, they all seem to be legitimate, to my knowledge, but obviously I'm not 100% legit. I mean, shit, dude, look at my weapon select. Look at the weapon that I've chosen. The thing does massive. Bro, this thing's like a chainsaw, bro. Like I'm sawing Craw in half. Alright, let's try to get Craw over here. This would be a great area for him to drop the final loot drop of the night. Alright, let's go for it. Ah, he's sunk into the ground too fast. I'm ready for him to pop up. I'm not wanting him to jump. I want him to pop up, not jump. Ah, son of a taint. Alright, so clearly he's just gone over there, and not too big of a deal. Let me know if you guys also want to see a farming Friday. I will farm for a specific weapon, regardless of how rare it is. But yeah, man, every Sunday I'm gonna do these quests for loots. Every Sunday, yeah, you know, Sunday. But all right, let's take a couple steps back or two. It's definitely no pearls, but let's look what we got. Okay, we got ourselves a pearl repeater. Yeah, no. Ooh! No. Okay, maybe. Okay. Maybe if... Maybe it had a better capacity than this. What I got, and a better recharge rate than what I have. Although it does have better recharge rate. Plus it says slow health regeneration. This is quick health regeneration, and the other one is quick health regeneration. So, you know, if it had better stats than mine, then I would have freaked out. That would have been as good as a pearl. Now, you know, when I say that, you know, just note that I'm being legit. Anything to help you build your build, man. You always think that, here's the problem with making builds, man. You always think that once you get the equipment you need, that's it. You got everything you need. It's unstoppable. You have it set up. But remember, there's always the chance, and not guaranteed, but there's always the chance, the very low likely chance, that there may be the exact same equipment that you have, just it has better all-around stats. Even if it's just by 2 to 3 stats, it's still stats nonetheless, you know. But because we're not going to kill him anymore, we're sort of closing this off. We're going to go ahead and see if there's any redeeming. Okay, they have a liquid ore in here, and it's the PZ 373 liquid ore. Okay. Whoa, it took that step back or two. 3 team scavenge extra items. Now I wonder if you did have a Mordecai with you, metaphorically speaking, with that +2 rare item find. I'm pretty sure that what that ends up doing is increasing your odds of finding higher quality weapons. So it would probably help us in our pearlescent farming, but or maybe not. I don't know how that works. In Borderlands 2, they have something similar to that. It is a relic called the Vault Hunter's Relic, and I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure. You get it for pre-ordering the game or getting the Handsome Collection or DLC, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, that DLC rare loot item increases your odds of finding rare loot by like 5-8% or something like that, and all it does is take away 5-8% of weapons. out of the common pool. So essentially what you do is you kill the common pool. You know, I mean, if to make it better is if they took, oh, I don't know, reduced uncommon and common pool and increased the odds of finding ultra rare and above loot by 0.5% for every relic acquired. You know, because I do, you know, stack. It would have made it a lot less useless. I mean, you know, Vinylic Puma made a video on it, and he kind of exposed it. And anyway, with that being said, you know, with that being said, it seriously had potential to be a really good relic for in-game farming. Now, obviously, if you're gonna ask someone like me, I'm gonna tell you, find a relic that fits your build. Whether you're running like high SMG or pistol damage, alright, now I know I'm not supposed to be using this retarded cheese, but we're gonna put it back and replace it with something else I'm not too sure of yet. Pearl Havoc. Yeah, these things are pretty badass. The Pearl Ogre's like a Havoc, just I think with a slightly different barrel accessory, if I'm not mistaken, and a couple of other small minor accessory differences, such as like a body difference, as you guys can see from the comparison. The Ogre has like a black upper receiver, whereas the other ones mostly pertain to be white. And the Ogre has that explosive device attached to the barrel, which the Havoc does not. Now the Pearl Havoc doesn't need to be absolute god tier of a weapon. You know, obviously it's a purple weapon, so a lot of people may not use it. But look at this thing's quality. This is why I picked it up. Plus 40% magazine capacity. 40% of 60s roundabout. Oh, I don't know. 30, 25, maybe 24. I don't know. Somewhere in those range, from like anywhere from 20 to 30. You know, rounds bringing it close to. Let me see. Why am I supposed to be using this? I'm supposed to replace it. Oh God. So it turns out that I have 3 ogres. 69% weapon damage. Whoa. The butcher. The liquid penetrator. This thing's like a full auto sniper. We'll run this. Excuse me, was that an access deny sound to when I try to equip that item? That item that I very well have? That sounds better. I hate that access deny sound. I doubt we'll get a pearl from one of these. Maybe a better class mod. No. Yeah, dude, this thing with Mordecai could be god tier. Just look at this mag. Holds 8 rounds. Not too much recoil, man. This thing's like shooting an M14. Only way I could describe it, because it's the only weapon I know that's far better semi-auto than it is full auto. And for the exact same reason, because it works like a DMR almost, or marksman rifle. Alright, we're going to do one farmery run. See where that gets us. Because our quest for pearls will not be over until we get one. And, you know, Borderlands 2, I have a lot of honest pearls I've obtained. I've obtained my own bar saw, I think is what they call it in the game. I've obtained my own Unforgiven. By the way, the Unforgiven is one of my favorite pearlescence in the game. I think it's the most overpowered. I don't think a lot of people know how to properly use the Unforgiven. I'll show you guys a Borderlands 2 clip on how to make the Unforgiven God tier with Zero, and my tips and tricks to how to make builds for Zero and stuff like that. Stuff that you probably either A, have seen, or B, not seen enough. This is it. Into the line. If only one of these Defender class mods added like very slow health regeneration, I would equip it just for the health regeneration factor. Ooh. They call it the Lance Speed Core. I called it the Haste Core, but oh well. By the way, if you guys are also trying to farm for pearls, man, kill those drifters out there, man. You'll never know what they'll drop. Worst case scenario, they drop you a bunch of ammo, and that's it. Worst case scenario is they drop you a bunch of ammo, and that's it. Best case scenario, they drop you a pearl and a couple legendaries. But to be honest, man, there wasn't a lot of loot hungry like enemies. Like for instance, in Borderlands 2, you had the tubbies and chubbies, and then the legendary loot midgets. You had a bunch of farmable bosses, you know, that sort of thing that dropped quite a few legendaries, if I'm not mistaken. Most bosses could normally drop more than one. Sometimes they can drop unconfirms, you know. That's one thing in Borderlands 2 I like, because I don't think there's such thing as hybrid weapons in Borderlands 2, if I'm not mistaken. It's only in Borderlands 1, you know. Alright. Now I know by grabbing this chest over here will not get me a pearl, but I just want to see if I can get anything rare before I go ahead and enter the farmery, because like I said, this is kind of like the finale, so I'm trying to top it off with the greatest amount of openings and unboxings of these loots. I said unboxings, I'm weak. But not seriously, guys, back to unboxing. I really want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of remember it vaguely, but I remember what got me into Yu-Gi-Oh was my uncle gave me a binder filled up with Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards, stuff of the sort, and I just thought I was like the coolest motherfucker with it. I thought I had like a $100 binder or whatever. Anyway, it secretly was only like a $30 binder, but still, thought I was a badass. Long story short, I grow out of Pokemon. I start, seeing that it's kind of a bit lame. I'm really into it for the collecting value. And not only that, but I want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't really want to get into Magic because back in the day, I saw that Magic involved lands, it had all these specific rules, artifacts, had all these other things, and like Yu-Gi-Oh! You're not gonna lie, Yu-Gi-Oh! Seemed pretty complex as well, but Yu-Gi-Oh! It seemed to be a lot faster, You didn't need to get your mana items and it cost mana points. You didn't need to do your tap this and tap that, It was just more faster, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was than the average card game. So it attracted me because it was faster paced and stuff like that. Then I started seeing all these, synchro summon monsters. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm getting all these overly complicated vibes, and I'm all like, bro, I'm not about that, dude. That seems too complicated. And to be honest with you, it still kind of is a bit, but I understand it. I have a better understanding of it now. I've researched it. I'm really, really trying to get back in. Oh, Loot Midget? Bro, Loot Midget. What did you drop? Ah, little bastard. That little fucker. Won't be another Loot Midget. The Tempest class. Hold up, we gotta drop something. The Tempest Com, not for us. Certainly not that. No, a badass? Alright, we're gonna cheese through the badass and General Knox real fast. Badass 0 and us 0. Badass 0 because he died, so it's 0 to 1. But I get 0 because he didn't drop anything valuable. Always go to shops, man. I'm not going to stress this enough. But I have been finding at least 3 times. Actually, I think, yeah, 4 times to be honest with you. Times where I got a +1 find rare item. So 4 times. I found them 3 times recently. Once yesterday, which was a +2. Once today was also a +2. And the other 2 were +1s of find rare loot. Not only Mordecai, but the team. So Nox's Gold. This is actually a secret rare. This actually is not supposed to be blue rarity. It's supposed to be purple rarity. Also, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be S&S munitions, but it could be S&S munitions. I'm pretty sure it is though, but I would think it would be Atlas due to the fact that, well, I mean, Nox is gold, but I mean, that's cool, man. We got ourselves a miss rarity, so we'll keep that. That's something actually that I know for sure, certain it's supposed to be purple rarity. I've seen lots of purples drop of that. I've never seen it drop in actual blue, and we got that on stream. And I'm not bullshitting. I can come back and kill this guy like a second from now, and he'll drop me a purple Nox's Gold. I wonder if I have another Nox's Gold. Let's try to find it. See? Purple. This one's blue. This one's purple. This one's blue. That's actually pretty rare. I'm not gonna lie, man. Not sure if it's really worth it or not, but shit, man, that was a decent rare. Alright. Normally in this loot room I never get any legendaries. So we will find out. You know, the most amount of legendaries I get is at the end of the Revolution. That loot room, I get a lot of shit from that. Alright, from this point on, I'm just going to pick up legendaries if they do drop. But yeah, I will never get a pearl from one of these. Not pearl, a legendary from any one of these chests. Never once have I got one in this exact room. Oh my god. The first time in history. This has never happened before. It's a Battle Raven. And that's not sure. That's the first legendary I got out of this entire room. Anytime I come farming here, I just never get shit from this room. So oftentimes I ended up skipping it sometimes. Which may not have been very smart, because clearly... now, for whatever reason, I thought the drop rates in this room were broken because it's a specific room. But... whatever, man. I guess it's not true. Okay, I got an Iridian weapon. Those are decently rare. They're not anything special. If it's purple, unless it's a class mod of sorts, then I'm not going to look at it. What if they had the pink rarity in this game? A scoped protector. That's what we like to call in the industry as ass. Alright. Ooh, look at that. The rhino. I've never actually seen one of these before. Not that I haven't seen them, it's just that I never get them. Grenade jumping is always fun. Alright, we're just gonna hop over here, grab all these. Okay, I got a Wildcat. Not the best. Not the worst. I mean, it's pretty mediocre. It leaves for a lot to be desired. Alright. What motherfucker? At first when I was, you know, first doing this, I never liked that, the arrows and all that. Okay, clearly we got one of these. Volcano. And nothing. Oh, everybody search these ones. Yeah, one more level to go. So 3 more of these chests. And then a couple more that are just like scattered about. I'm not, like I said, I'm not expecting to get a legendary, or not a legendary pearl. But alright, we got about 3 more just sagging around. You won't get anything out of them. Just for old time's sake, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a few of these chests. And I'm gonna sign off and go to bed. Ooh, okay. I believe that was a Wildcat that dropped, maybe? Or something? Nope. Common. I mean, uncommon. Okay, okay, at first I thought this would be like a legendary. First I thought that was the bitch. Oh man, when I saw that blue, I about jumped, bro. Okay, I was like, I'm about to ditch it, I'm gonna get shit, and I'm like, we'll see. And I get a legendary and I go look at it, it's a fucking Mongol. I'm actually fat weak, bro. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a couple of these. It looks like I got some legendaries from here. An anaconda. And it's a masher, bro. Okay, we're taking that for our Mordecai. That's a masher. I'm pretty sure we skipped on a couple of these. Okay. There's this one. Oh, I thought the other one's like a machine gun. Alright guys, we're gonna go check out that anaconda though. That thing was a masher barrel though, which I liked. Look at that. 428 times 7, bro. That's god tier, bro. That's gonna be good for my high tier Mordecai. It's only got a capacity of 2 rounds though, but dang, it is powerful. Can't lie. But having that masher barrel times 7, bro. You know, I've always wanted a masher with like a 3-round mag. Okay, we got a volcano out of that. Not too bad, but not too good. Is this an Atlas sniper rifle? I think so. Yep. The kick-ass ruthless SMG. The KK, I'm assuming that stands for kick, right? Because kick starts with a K and ends with a K, and then it has an A22, so that's probably ass. Ruthless, so kick-ass ruthless SMG. That's a play on words. I'll play on words, but acronyms or whatever. Nothing. Alright, I guarantee you it's just gonna be a bunch of commons. Anything from rare and below, maybe a purple or two? Yeah, I was right, man. Mostly rares and uncommons. And maybe a purple or two. Yeah, I called that out, bro. On stream, too. There could be a possibility of something in here. Alright. Nothing's... Maybe an uncommon and a rare. Oh man, I said uncommon and rare. I meant to say common and uncommon, but I said rare on accident like a dumbass. But I'm about to say, man, I called it out too. I didn't know it was going to be a sniper and a shotgun though. But I called that out almost. I meant to say common and uncommon, but I said uncommon and rare. So out of today's quest for loot, we ended up with a masher anaconda, which really isn't that rare, though it could be hard to find. initially with the exact parts. Anyway, we move to our heavy 590 Pearl Ogre. It's still a pretty common, I guess, weapon. I guess in this configuration it would be kind of hard to find. A lot of the ogres I find have a different barrel. They have more of that like combat barrel, I guess, or assault rifle barrel, where this one has like a combat barrel. I'm not sure if that's really how it's called, but as you guys can see, this is really what I normally get, is this type of barrel. For this, it takes this kind of barrel, and it obviously looks much nicer. So to find in that exact configuration, I'm not sure if it's rare or not. Then we get the mother of all jackpots, I want to say misprinted, but it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card. But we got ourselves a secret rare, I was going to call it that, a secret rare, Nox's Gold. Now, obviously what a secret rare is, in my opinion, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but a secret rare actually is my new terminology for a weapon that's rarity is misdisplayed as a rarity that it's not, as long as it's that weapon specific rarities is incorrect. I guess that's how I'm gonna try to word it. Or actually, fuck it, man, I'll break it down. So basically it's like, so the Nox's Gold is supposed to be a purple weapon, and sometimes you can find it in different rarities. I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, the blue rarities is as it is, but I mean, like, let's say you find yourself a common Nox's Gold. You're looking at a very, very incorrect, you know, rarity. It's misrared. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like misinterpreted or whatever. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right. So small error. So I mean, that's pretty rare actually. I'll look up. Oh god, that sounded so awful. But I'll look up its chance of dropping. And Noxel Farm Nox. But as you guys can see, here's what the legitimate Nox's Gold is supposed to be. And here's the illegitimate one. Here's a legit one. And not much to it other than it's like really weird as far as its coloration goes. Very reflective. It is a gold. And here's how the misread version. I'm not sure if this is how Borderlands works, but clearly each part on a weapon is guaranteed. Every weapon's guaranteed a body, a barrel, a grip, and a stock if possible. Whatever. However, it's not guaranteed a scope. It's guaranteed a sight, an iron sight of sorts, but it's not guaranteed a scope or an optic. So, I mean, the chances of you finding, you know, I guess by lower rarity would have less attachments on it. So it's like, if you get like a legendary, you're bound to have like a forward grip, an extended mag, some sort of strange scope, a sort of barrel accessory, another accessory, that sort of thing, where this doesn't even have a fucking scope. So I mean, like, that's definitely, in my opinion, pretty rare. So I mean, it's a pretty good drop, not gonna lie. Anyway guys, that's it for today. I'm out. I'm gonna take me a nap.